It's now time for The Morning Show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to The Morning Show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rectenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Callies.
How are you?
Well, okay.
Just, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You went through a little process yesterday.
Little procedure.
A little procedure.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely got my attention.
Got your attention. But you're here.
Yeah. I'm not very awake, but
yeah.
I'm here. Well, I'm
Probably
wide
didn't
awake.
Get any sleep last night?
No sleep last night. Absolutely zero. Been up since 5 yesterday morning. So, yeah, it's been a wild time.
And then we're going to
4.5 hour trip down to Lake Hamilton today. So that ought to be as much fun as yesterday.
Oh, it's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
Going to be a blast.
It's going to be a blast. Anything else exciting happening around this world?
Not a whole lot. Right now, no.
Get
Not
any
much.
honeydews done yesterday?
Not yesterday. I had some other stuff from my projects I wanted to work on. So got those done. But I got to say I did. I went shopping with my wife.
No.
Yeah, I did.
I'm so glad my wife doesn't make me do that.
Most of the time she does it. Usually if I'm going, it's because I need something else. So she'll do the shopping part, and I'll go get what I need and meet in the middle.
Get any of my projects done?
No, not at all. Did you get any of your projects done?
Oh, no.
I didn't think so.
No. The only project I got accomplished yesterday was Lazy Boy Recliner.
I hear you.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful day, but
Yeah, it was.
unfortunately, you weren't able to go out and enjoy it.
Got in the vehicle, and of course we ran out to the pharmacy, went out and grabbed a bite to eat out at Gasville, and got back in the truck. I said, well, why don't you take me home so I can change clothes and go mowing?
Yeah, right.
That went over like a lead balloon.
I was about to say, I know your wife. That wasn't going to happen.
No, did not happen.
No.
Happen. How about the morning prayer?
All right.
Morning prayer is brought to you by Hospice House of the Ozarks. I have some information about Hospice House of the Ozarks.
All right.
They are located at 811 Burnett Drive here in Mountain Home. Their phone number is 870-508-1771. And their website is hospiceoftheozarks.org. They have several events coming up. They've got their new calendar that came out this year. They had a calendar contest for pets. People submitted their pet pictures, and
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
it was like they had like 110 pictures that were submitted, and that was pretty cool. They have an event that is coming up. It's a Celebration of Life luncheon and butterfly release. The Celebration of Life and butterfly release will be Thursday, the 28th of September, from 11:30 to 1:30 at First United Methodist Church. You can honor a loved one by releasing a live monarch butterfly. How about that?
There you go.
There is RSVP is required to attend this. You can get a hold of Charlotte. Actually, the cutoff date was yesterday on that, so sorry about that. But I bet you can email them and ask for more information. You can go see rep at baxterregional.org, or I believe it's DL Tate at baxterregional.org. I bet they still give you some information today. It's only a day late. Not everything works on just a fine-tuned clock, you know. But they have all kinds of different events that are coming up through Hospice of the Ozarks. Go by and see them. They'll be glad to help you with your newly diagnosed case of terminal cancer, or whatever the case may be. And they're there to support you as the patient, support your family. And they are a not-for-profit, the only not-for-profit hospice house serving Baxter and Marion counties, and they've been doing it for over 40 years.
What's amazing is if you need them, and like I said before, it's a business you hope you never need, but when you do, you're so glad they're there. But they don't charge you.
Nope, all done for.
They're just amazing people.
Good group. This morning my prayer is simple. Is, Lord, please help us become one nation under God again. And that is simple.
Amen.
And that's it. Hospice of the Ozarks brings you the morning prayer each morning. We'll be back in just a moment after a quick word from Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is your number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is our website. Be back in a moment.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the weather, the updates of the dams and the water, lake levels, and all that good stuff. Brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. Go there, click on live views. And do we have fog today?
Yeah.
Another froggy day.
And more fog than I thought we would have this morning. Coming in, I didn't think it was going to be that foggy.
It got pretty chilly last night.
Yeah. Here's the zoom in. Can't see anything on that one.
Got a tree. There you go. There's what you normally would look at. It's the beautiful White River looking into Cotter, Arkansas from Marion County, Arkansas. It's Bull Shoals to your left, which is also in Marion County. Mountain Home, which is in Baxter County to your right. State of Missouri is straight ahead. Rainbow Bridge, followed by the Trellis Bridge behind it for the railroad tracks. Downtown Cotter, the baseball fields, Railroad Museum, Contractors Trust, a few houses. If you want to keep an eye on this throughout the day, you can go to retiredtoarkansas.net, click on live views. But while you're in there, click on MLS listings and see what's available in our area. If you find something that tickles your fancy, give them a call at 870-405-0793. That's Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty here in Mountain Home. Again, their number is 870-405-0793. I'll read off some temperatures here. Mountain Home is currently 55, Harrison 53, Batesville 56, Yellville is 54. Marshall, Salem, and Mountain View all report in at 52. Calico Rock is 55. West Plains, Missouri is 52. Springfield, Missouri 56. Poplar Bluff, Missouri is 54. And St. Louis, Missouri is 46 degrees. Take a look at the radar. You can see that the state of Arkansas is currently clear. Looks like it possibly will be that way all the way into the evening. Some rain coming through Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, Nebraska, up into Minnesota and Iowa. This, I think they've downed it to a tropical storm off here to your right, off the east coast. I don't think it's going to hit landfall as a hurricane for sure. But I am not a hurricane expert. Are you?
Nope.
I did live through one, though, during a hurricane.
Never lived through a hurricane. Tornado.
Working in the Gulf of Mexico. It was not fun. State of Arkansas is all clear from Rogers to Blyville, from Fayetteville to Jonesboro, Fort Smith, over to Memphis, Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana, Greenville, Mississippi. It is a clear day if you're traveling Arkansas. If you're headed down to the ball game in Lake Hamilton, it should be nice, clear travels for you and pretty decent weather as well. Watches and warnings. I think Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Illinois, Iowa, we're all clear. Along with Oklahoma, a little bit of special treatment going down here, down in Texas. Everything else looks pretty clear. Tropical storm warning here on the East Coast. That looks like it's going to dissipate pretty quick, though. 7-day forecast. Sunny today, high of 79, low tonight of 56. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 79, again, low of 56. Sunday, high of 79. Clear, low of 54. Monday, high of 81. Tuesday, high of 83. Wednesday, high of 89 or 79, and then Thursday, high of 80.
Nice weather.
Going to be some nice weather. Pollen count low. Tree pollen is low today, none tomorrow, none on Sunday. Grass pollen low today, none tomorrow, none on Sunday. Ragweed high today, very high tomorrow, and very high on Sunday. So if you're working outside, you better take some allergy relief. Lake levels and dam reports. Brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team. Lake Norfolk 553.23, which is 1.23 above full pool. Generation is non-available at Norfolk at this time. Lake Bull Shoals 657.34, which is 1.66 below full pool of 659. I'm guessing they're running one at minimum flow because they did not change the report overnight. So
Gotcha.
I think that's what that is. But if you want to check that for yourself, make sure they haven't popped on 6 generators since we called them. Give them a call at 870-431-5311 and get the update for yourself. That's lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793 is their number. RetireToArkansas.net is their website. We'll be back with community news and happenings in just a moment.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road, where your business is appreciated.
Going on now through June, up to $500 off select mowers at Mower Warehouse, with no money down and payments as low as $89 per month.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Mower Warehouse. Mower Warehouse Mountain Home is located on Highway 178 East out toward the bypass, about a quarter of a mile from the bypass on the right-hand side of the road. Don't worry, you'll know you're there when you see the mowers in the air. Rebates, rebates, rebates.
They still got them going on
Still happening.
till the end of the month.
Well, and then that may change.
You never know. You never know. They're doing good with them, but and people are taking advantage of it, and I would. I mean, if I needed a new mower, go in and save some money, and most of the rebates are pretty high. They got financing, everything available, so they get you taken care of. Whether you're looking to buy a mower, if you need yours serviced, or you need parts, stop by Mower Warehouse.
There you go. Highway 178 East out toward the bypass. You know they're making pretty good headway on their new location.
Yeah, that'll be a nice location for them.
As you mentioned, when they're going to move,
He has not.
just kind of taking their time doing it right.
Yep.
They got a few mowers stacked up out there, though.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They're not in the air. They're just on the ground over there.
Yeah, but at least getting people's attention.
There you go. Let's see here. Community news and happenings. We've got the fundraising event for, which will be next Saturday, the 23rd, from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Doors open at 5:30. It's the Twin Lakes Baptist Church Hope Center, 2645 Highway 62 Southwest. Tickets are available for $25 a piece. You can get them at Rivertown Gallery at 3512 Highway 62 West. You can give them a call at 870-425-3898 for more information. You can also get a hold of Dwayne Hayda. He's the Arkansas State Director. His number is 870-404-7999. Or you can email him at dhayda@teamcto.org. This is an organization that guiding the next generation to Christ through the outdoors. It's Cross Trails Outfitters, Youth Hunting and Fishing Club. We had them on the show on Wednesday, and it was just a lot of information in a short amount of time. This is their fundraiser they do. It's a major fundraiser they take care of. They deal with a lot of young boys up to young adults, teach them things about all the outdoors. I'm curious to see how that bear hunter did on Wednesday morning.
Yeah, I hadn't heard. I should have asked him. I should have called him and asked.
Yeah. The registration for the Kick Cancer in the Bass, Pites Cancer Support House Bass Tournament, it's the 3rd annual Kick Cancer in the Bass Tournament. Registration for the boats starts on the 18th, which is Monday. You can get your boats registered. It's $250 per 2-person team. They're limited to 75 boats, so if you're going to fish, you better get in there and do it quickly, because I'm pretty sure that'll sell out pretty fast.
They always do.
Let's see what else we got. Anything real exciting to talk about? Mountain Village 1890 has been added to the National Historic Registry. That's pretty cool. It's been around a long time.
I've been out there.
Have you?
Yep.
When, back in 1891?
No, no. Yeah, it was a few years back, but I did go.
Just a few years
through it.
back?
Yeah.
There you go. Let's see here. That's really about the only positive news I see on this sheet. K9 Companions is holding a meet and greet That ought to be fun. At the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas on Monday from 1 to 4. You can get a hold of Michelle Payton. She can tell you some more about that. Canine Companions, that's... do they do the ones with the diabetes and
I think so.
That stuff?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Pause for Justice, that's another new thing they got going on. So light refreshments will be served, and you can go there at 1042 Highland Circle here in Mountain Home and check that out. So that, as far as I know, for Friday, that's all the community news and happenings we got. Brought to you by Mower Warehouse of Mountain Home. 178 East out toward the bypass. You'll know you're there when you see the mowers in the air. We'll be back with This Week in Real Estate in just a moment.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Weather's good.
Oh, it's been a great week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful fall.
A little bit of rain, a lot of sunshine, but not too hot.
Yep. No humidity.
The only part there's been a little humidity. You know, when the dew is, when you can watch the dew drip off the grass leaves in the morning, it's been pretty humid. But yeah, the only thing that I don't like about it, it's getting dark awful quick.
Oh, yeah. And it's getting light awful late.
Yeah.
I mean, you can really see the difference in the time of the shrinkage of hours in the day.
I was out mowing the other evening, and at about 7:30, my wife calls, says, it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Street lights are coming on, Bobby. You got to come home.
I got to finish. Yep. As a kid, and you're probably the same way up in Illinois, growing up as a kid, when the street light come on, it was time to head to the house.
That's right.
Yeah. Did you go through any of that with your folks?
Oh, sure. You push it as long as you can. Well, I was down by, and no, you got a time. You be back here.
What was the indicator that it was time for Bobby Z to get home?
Streetlights were one of them. And just, there's a certain darkness that it was, streetlights could be on for, sometimes they'd kick on a little early, but generally there was time. But then, the parents would stick their head out the door and yell for you. And it was like it got passed down.
I was just going to say the same thing. I'll never forget. We lived next to my grandmother, which is common.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We lived next to my grandmother. My mom would yell out, "Boys, time to come in." And then Grandma would yell out, because I have an uncle that's only 4 years older than me, "Time to come in." Well, 4 houses down, you'd hear, "Time to come in." And everybody, and they're only yelling for their own kids.
Yeah.
But somebody
it's the same
starts
herd
the chain.
is coming
Yeah,
back.
somebody starts the chain, and all of a sudden you see all the bikes rolling up the road.
It's like a human repeater system.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and it's just awesome. Family life, the way it was in the 60s, is not what family life is today.
Oh, no. No.
I remember the 5 o'clock whistle. The local fire department would lay off a nice long 5 o'clock whistle to let everybody know that, hey, if you're going to go in for dinner, you better get in, get cleaned up, And those things that you remember from your past, I always joke around, Mountain Home's not Mayberry anymore, but it's the next best thing.
Yep.
And you know what? It still is.
When the whistle goes off at noon,
it's time
it
for
just
lunch.
kind of reminds you that.
Oh, yeah, it's lunchtime.
Yeah.
And it's we live in a unique area of the world, and it's kind of the melding pot for all the different folks that come in here.
Yes, sir.
You being in the real estate business for the last nearly 20 years.
Yeah, pushing it.
You've seen some changes.
Oh, dramatic.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
You've seen them.
And right, and you roll with them and you survive them, and that's.
And we deal with folks wanting to come here and make changes to the way we have lived. We've been here since 72. The way we live and the way we do things. And luckily, the way we do things continues to last.
Yes. And I think it will continue that. I mean, with this I had a guy tell me the other day, I heard Hillary Adams say that we're going to turn this into Fayetteville. I saw Hillary yesterday, and I told him that. He says, you get that guy and you put him in your car and you drive him to me. I mean, physically, logistically, I mean, there's just we just can't do that. We can't turn into Disneyland here. No. We're just not set up for it. It's just physically impossible to do that. There's going to be some changes. Of course there's going to be, but there are going to be changes, ideally, that we can control them of sorts by making sure that we get businesses here that are good for the community. We're not going to get any big smokestack industries. We don't have the infrastructure for that. We're going to get more restaurants, more different shops and things like that are going to come in because we're a tourist town. That's where it's all based on tourism. All the tax money and everything that comes in is based on tourism. And some of those tourists come and go, hey, this is pretty nice. Pick up a real estate book. Call the Z-Team. I like it here. We had a great time. We were there for a week and we had a great time.
Find me a house.
What's the real estate market like there? How are things going?
Back in the 70s and the 80s when they started the 412 expansion and turned it, in a lot of places, it's a divided highway. In some areas, it's still 5 lanes where they couldn't do the divided. I remember as a young adult, people saying, oh, that's just going to ruin our area. It's going to ruin our area. It's going to kill us. It's going to grow so fast. It's going to kill us. Those are the same people today that will tell you, boy, that what used to be a 5-hour drive is now only 2.5 to 3.
Sure.
It sure made it nice.
Yeah, sure.
And you know what? There's still farms on both sides of that road going back and forth.
See, and we tell people that when we're dealing with people, how far things are, and so you got to go up to Branson or Springfield to do big shopping type things. But it's a nice drive. You're not fighting traffic the whole way. You're not looking at bumpers the whole way. You're looking out at the cows and the horses and the fields and the different colors and things like that. It's a pleasant way to spend an hour and 15 minutes or whatever it takes. You don't mind.
Yeah.
And that really makes the difference.
Yep. The what ifs. Well, only if. You talk about the only ifs.
People do that. If they, this would be a great place if only you had a whatever. And then you drive a little farther, and this is really nice, but if only you had and by the time we get to the third, if only, shopping mall, Denny's, whatever it is that they want, it's like, stay where you're at, because it's not going to happen. We can't do a Target here. It's not good. We don't have the people to do it. There's a lot of people come through town. I mean, Danny, when she's on, And she talks about the numbers and the different places that people come from and everything else. She talked about the numbers for the football game the other day, against Harrison, and the number of people that come downtown who are who live farther than 20 miles out. There's a lot of people come to this town. Mm-hmm. Hospital, employment, different things, library, the ASU, everything. They come through, they pass through, they leave some money, and they go back home. Just as I'll leave here and drive up to Branson to pick up something from Bass Pro that I couldn't get over here at Dunham's, and come back and go to a different restaurant, and come back, and it's not a bad drive.
Yeah,
and you come back home to here, nice safe Mountain Home, nice safe Yellville, nice safe Cotter. The Ozarks area, we use Mountain Home as kind of the hub because it is, and everything does kind of spin out from that. Different communities, from North Fork, Cotter, Yellville, Flippin, all unique areas and unique schools with different classes, different people going to the different schools and the different types of education that goes on in those schools. That's very important. And it's important because it makes the whole area stronger. It's not just Mountain Home's the king and everybody, all the rest of you is there.
How's the real estate business in our area right now?
It's slowed down some. The 7%, which is just like a starting point for people trying to sell their homes in other markets, is kind of tough, because the prices they've come down some, but they haven't really fallen. And that was what the G had wanted to do right along, was to make them fall. They wanted to bring housing prices back down, make it more equitable, was one of the terms that I had read. It's like, sure, go ahead, get yourself involved in something else that you don't know what you're doing and get that messed up too. And they've done that.
It's not really working out that well for them.
Yeah, no, not at all. But so people who can't sell their houses, we're dependent on that. We talked about the vacationers coming and then saying, I'm interested in finding out more about the area. When they can't sell their house where they're at, and that market has all slowed down. The market was going crazy. There's still a big shortage of homes compared to 3 years ago. And because of not having as many homes available to choose from, it's kind of slowed up the market, and that's holding the prices up. There's not a lot of supply. There's still a good amount of demand. So that's holding the prices up on the homes. And then you add the difference between a 3% mortgage, a 4% mortgage, and a 7.25% mortgage. That's a big hit. And that's what's slowing people down. Conversely, the best time to buy a house was yesterday, and because is it going to get better? I think the rates will come down. And again, you don't marry the mortgage. You're just dating it. You go out with it for a while, and when they get a chance to change, then that's just what you do.
Best time to buy a house was yesterday, but the next best time is today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's true. And we're seeing. Homes are still selling.
Let's take a look at those
stuff.
Numbers.
Comes up and it goes under. I sold a house for a guy in a matter of a few days, where he had been. He needs to go someplace else, and we're going to make that happen. And happen in like really short period of time. Stuff that's priced well, ready to go, clean, neat. They're gone. They're gone. And there's still people coming with cash. This week in real estate, there were 53 new listings came on the market. 5 commercial properties, 4 parcels of land, 34 homes came on the market. They range in price from $59,000 to $899,000. And of those 34, 5 of them are taking backups. Actually, it's 6. 27 sales this week, 1 commercial property, 4 parcels of land, 23 homes sold. They range in price from $19,000 to $700,000. The average sale price this week was $250,000 with 70 days on market. So that's a pretty quick turnaround on those. Total of 5.7 in residential real estate closed this week. 8 property expired, 35 had price changes, and there's 60 pending waiting to close. Currently, we have 259 homes listed on the MLS. Year to date, there's been 752 sales, residential sales, for $172 million.
The average sale price this year is $229,000 with 88 days on market. For 2022, there had been 858 homes that sold for $187 million. The average sale price was $219 last year, so that's $10,000 difference. So it gives you an idea of the pressure on the market with supply and demand. With 81 days on market. In 21, there had been 897 sales with an average sale price of $195. In 2020, there had been 809 homes had sold with an average sale price of $162. And in 19, pre-COVID, that was 794 homes had sold for $149,000 was the average sale price then. So, I mean, you can see the pressure on people that wanting to come here bought up a lot of homes, and there were a lot of homes that sold that had been rentals and stuff like that. Guys who had, 15, 20 rentals, when they saw what they could get for them, we'll sell these, and they sold those off. And a lot of those were starter homes at first, but the prices just kept coming up and up. People saying, "Well, I'll take anything, just get me there," and that was what got them into the market here and into getting away from where they were. That was the biggest thing.
What seems to be the biggest draw to our area? Price? Location?
Location, price, 3 rivers, 2 lakes. I mean, the people from the west that come here and see that White River just rolling down, where does that go? And seeing, sprinklers and seeing water being used, go by the lakes and seeing the amount of water in the lakes and stuff. That's really like, wow. Colorado has gone to putting a meter on your well because you think that's your water. They say, no, that's Colorado's water. And you're going to pay by the gallon as it comes out, or 100 gallons, however it is. They got them set up, but they're metering the wells. Things like that, the constant intrusion.
Okay, now wait a minute. So how much are you going to give me back for when I'm watering my garden that goes back into that well?
Yeah,
because at that point I paid for it, now it's my water.
That's right, yeah.
That's
recycling.
That's a subject for later.
But those are the kind of things, these insidious little fees and charges that are constantly being added on, and there's a lot of stuff that you don't see. That just is added into your taxes and added into your property taxes, added into your sales taxes. When you buy a cell phone and you pay, fees are added into that. That type of stuff. And they're kind of, I mean, we had some of that here. I mean, we're not pure and clean with taxes. I mean, but when you look at what we're paying for property taxes compared, people come in and they'll go, "You're paying how much?"
Yeah. How do they get you?
You don't get me. Get Linda. 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retiredarkansas.net. Got the cameras that you see every morning on the weather here, and they're great. When the weather's kind of dicey outside and you see all the lightning and thunder and things like that, turn it on, some great pictures. But call Linda, 870-405-0793.
This has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is the number. retiredarkansas.net is their website.
Go Bombers.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with Friday football here in just
a
moment.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Do
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home at
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Football Friday. Coach Steve Airy, Coach Greg Crow are with me this morning. Mountain Home Bomber football. Coach Crow, you made the long trip over to West Memphis West yesterday?
Yes. Long trip. Very long trip.
But it was a good trip.
And I'll give Coach Taylor a big shout out. We got there on time last night.
You did get
First time in 2 years. We got here on time.
Even with the backup?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I don't know what got into him.
Did y'all leave early?
I think we actually planned it right this time. I don't know what the deal was.
Got to give Coach Taylor a hard time. It's part of the job description.
Yes.
So how'd it go over there last night?
8th grade got beat 26-14, I guess, and then we won 41-6 in 9th grade. So I was pleased with it. I mean, we played really well in 9th grade. We had a little problem in the second quarter. We were getting a formation. We were a little confused what we were getting, and then we got a touchdown right there, and then we got it fixed after that. And kids did a really good job adjusting. I thought our coaches did a good job. We were getting some X over with a sniffer back weak, and it confused them a little bit, and it confused me for a second. Like, what are they doing? And so we got the thing adjusted, and they ended up getting the safety in the next series. So our kids played really well, though. It was a lot better than last week.
But that was not part of the conference games yet.
No, it's just a non-conference game, and then we'll play them in a conference game here later on in the season. So, but I mean, we played well in all facets. Our PAT game could have been better, but our kickoff team did a really good job. Defense did a good job. I thought offense, we ran the football really well last night. So I was pleased with that.
Who's your quarterback for the 9th grade?
Gage Wilson.
Pretty good quarterback.
He does a good job. Throws football on time and throws it where it needs to go and gets us in the right stuff. And he's doing a lot better job communicating than what he did in the past. So I've been really pleased with that lately.
Throwing quarterback's only as good as the guys that are trying to catch the ball. So you've got a couple guys you can throw to and depend on. We
throw the ball to a lot of them. I think we had 6 different guys catch passes last night, which is good. And you got Gus Wilbur, obviously, and Isaac Ballard, Will Ross does a good job possession stuff. Kanye Werman's playing tight end for us, and he does a really good job. Rowan Askew is new this year. He caught a deep ball down the sideline last night off a pick route that was really good. So we got a lot of guys that can do different stuff. That we're kind of just learning what they can do, and kind of going from there. But Gage can throw the football where it needs to go. There's no doubt about that.
You've got some depth there in the 9th grade.
We do. We don't have a lot. It's nothing like in the past, but we've got some kids that, and we kind of, they kind of have a set list of things they do. Per personnel grouping is what we do with it, and they kind of know what it's going to be for the week, and they did a really good job with it last night. I was definitely pleased with it.
But what's going on with the 8th grade? Just young and scared?
Well, I don't. We just don't. We only had 26 there last night. We had somebody who was going to play who's decided they didn't want to make the trip, and we just we're kind of getting in our own way, and I tell the kids you gotta walk before you can run, and you gotta make a first down before you score a touchdown, and we're making first downs, and then I think we had the same problem last week, and we get in the red zone, and we kind of go, oh my gosh, like there's a touchdown right there, you know. So do we really want to do this? And then the answer is no. Most of the time, we find some way to, you know, to mess it up. But I mean, we're getting better, and but we're gonna have to show a little more courage. We're gonna have to develop that. And, but I mean, like I said, I mean, all sickness is not death, and we just got to keep working.
Have a pretty good crowd of parents show up for these long distance games like that.
We did. That one last night. That's a tough trip. I mean, it is. It's a really tough trip. But we had a good parents show up last night. We didn't have as many as we normally do right there. But then again, they cranked the 8th grade games at 5 o'clock. So that's.
It makes it tough to travel.
I mean, the 9th grade game started about 6:15 last night. I mean, I couldn't even get. I got 8 minutes between games to get loose. They told us we were going to have 15, and the refs came out and said, "No, we're going right now." And I mean, we didn't get a chance to get warmed up last night. So, which shouldn't shock you, but it is what it is, you know.
It is not very shocking.
No, we didn't get a flag in victory formation last night, so I was pleased, which we normally do.
Did you run it?
We did, and I actually thanked the ref for not throwing a flag on it. He didn't find that very amusing, but. He didn't, no sense of humor at all. You know, same guy that flagged me in victory last year.
Oh, it was the same guy?
Same guy. You know, but they didn't throw a lot of flags last night, which was nice. So, but.
What's next for the 9th grade?
We got West Memphis Wonder at home, and they are tremendously better next week. They played a ton of 8th graders last year. They're very athletic. They move well. Secondary's good. Their quarterback can just fly. It's going to be probably the toughest game we've played so far.
That'll be Thursday night on the 21st.
Yes, it'll be at home, and I mean, we're looking forward to it.
Is it part of the conference then?
No,
the
next week.
When will that start?
It'll
next
start
week?
2 weeks away when we play Jonesboro.
Okay, so you still got a little bit of time then.
Yeah,
work out some kinks.
Mm-hmm.
But everything seems to be gelling pretty well with the 9th grade team.
It does. I mean, we had a lot better week of practice. You know, I got a lot of grief from my colleagues at junior high because I was mean and grumpy on the show last week, and I didn't use the proper words, and like Miss Stroud and Miss DeMint and Miss Majors just gave me grief all week. So, and they told me I needed better public relations and stuff like that. So, I'm happy today, you know. But I mean, I call it like I see it, I guess. You know, I told them I was doing my best Coach Airy impersonation. But, I mean, we were better.
Hey, now, we've worked on that for the last 3 years. Don't blow it now.
But, you know, it's good when you got people looking out after you. But, I mean, our kids practiced better this week, and they played better. I mean, it's not a hard concept, you know. So.
What time of day do y'all practice?
We go from 7 till 7:45 in the morning, and then we go last block from about 1:50. We normally walk off the practice field about 2:45, somewhere right in there. We go about 55 minutes in the afternoon, and we don't do anything in pads, and then we go pads in the morning. So, and then we actually got rained in one day this week. So we only had one morning in pads, but that's about when we do it.
With the, you spend much time in the weight room during season?
Honestly, no. We don't lift at all during season, and we probably need to. I just don't know when you have time to do it.
Right. How do you squeeze that in such short
You're trying
increments?
to get ready, and you got 3 days, and I mean, at the end of the day, you got to be ready to play the football game, you know. And you know, we could probably swing it, but then you got kids that need to ride the bus home, and you got preparation time, and I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just haven't figured it out yet.
I just need to ask, how was your trip to Harrison last week?
It was good.
Did you come out with no tickets?
No tickets, you know. So the thing over there is we were due to win eventually. That's what they've convinced themselves of now. So I just let them think it.
There you go.
So
get that back to back. We'll be doing good, Coach.
Yep. That's the plan.
That is the plan. You bet. The 8th grade will play with the 9th grade on Thursday. Is that?
Yes.
That's the plan.
They will, and they need to get a win next week. They need to get a win. So, and they're capable. They just got to get out of their own way.
Get polished up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. We're going to take a quick break. It's Friday football. Getting ready to talk to Coach Airy about the JV game that was played last week, and what we did last week, right and wrong, and then we'll talk about the game tonight. So you're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a minute.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors like German chocolate cake and sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious.
Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience.
Located in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn or at their Harrison address across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental. Let Paradise Cream cater your next event, because you're on your way to paradise.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road, where your business is appreciated.
Going on now through June, up to $500 off select mowers at Mower Warehouse, with no money down and payments as low as $89 per month.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Steve Airy, Coach Greg Crow with me, Mountain Home Bomber football. Coach Airy, let's not spend a lot of time on it. What happened Friday night?
We don't have to spend any time on it if you don't like.
Hey, let's talk about the good before we talk about the bad, Coach. You got the Yarnell's play of the week. Yarnell's provided a bunch of ice cream for the football team and the athletic department. And then you got a nice check from the Baltimore Ravens in honor of Coach Ryan Mallett. Now, let's talk about that just a minute.
Yeah. We get, thanks for everybody voted. Yarnell play of the week. It was Yates to Hannaford. It was a one-handed catch, pretty catch.
Yeah, it was a pretty catch.
And it was a big game, big
That's
time
courtesy
for everybody.
of XL7-TV, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, kids all got ice cream sandwiches, and after the Thursday night meal, so that was good. It was really, really good. And I've not been very good with social media. I'm just too busy right now. But I really need to get that out on Twitter and stuff on the Baltimore Ravens. We're hoping, maybe some other people will step up. I'd like to get that up to 15,000 and make sure that's a forever
perpetual kind of thing going on.
Every year we get to give out a Ryan Mallett scholarship and get up to 15K.
That would be nice.
So that's my goal as a friend and as one of the guys that kind of trying to get this going.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, that was cool. That was really cool.
How'd they get that to you? They just
I don't know. They called Jennifer at the central office, and then Jennifer
got that worked out.
Yeah, she told me about it, and she says, "I'll let you know when it comes in or whatever." So they had called and said they wanted to do that.
That's pretty awesome.
I saw they had a big thing at their stadium on him and Alex Collins. Week 1 in the NFL, they had a big moment of silence for him and Alex. They both played together, Arkansas and at Baltimore.
Yeah,
sad stuff, but cool stuff.
Yeah, good positive ending out of a tragedy.
Yes.
Speaking of tragedies, let's go on to the Greenwood.
I've got my philosophies on it, and they may all be wrong. We just come out. I thought they were really hyped.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've had a little hype built around us a little bit, and I think they come out and said we're going to bury these guys early. They have a little little reputation to fight a little bit, you know, if you leave them hanging around. I think they came in and wanted to bury us. We needed to come in and generate some first downs and some points. And instead, we got off the field really quick. The defense wasn't very good. We didn't tackle well. And about the third series, by the time chased those guys around and played all of our special teams, it just looked like we were gassed on defense.
Wore them out. You know, they're the number one team in the 6A for a reason.
And that was a really good football team.
A lot of speed, a lot of size.
Speed everywhere.
Right.
And I don't know. I think they throttled us, and we didn't know how to handle it. We didn't know what had hit us. I think it was obviously faster than our kids thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it or not, but I made a post on Facebook about everybody was talking about Harrison. You know, winning one game doesn't make your season. And I made the post that said, losing one game doesn't make your season either.
Yeah.
And that game's over. It's done. We're not talking about it anymore. Let's go
water
on to the JV. That's exactly right. Water under the bridge. Time to build a new dam. How'd the JV do on Thursday night?
They did really well.
4-0?
Yeah, I believe they're 4-0 now.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought they did a great job. We have a good sophomore class, and they seem to me be more bought into what the program looks like than some of my seniors right now. You know, I thought my seniors have been program guys for 3 years, and I'm still on their butts every day. But these guys, we've pulled away from them, we stole from them, and they still get it done. So they're just deep. That's a really good class. And I think we had about 5 guys that weren't playing the other night, and 5 starters, and they still answered the bell and still did a good job.
Yeah.
And kind of dominated the game.
They did.
Kind of dominated the game. So there were some guys that wasn't getting as many snaps step up and really play well.
You know, a lot of people wonder how important a good JV schedule and a good JV program is. It's very important.
Darn right, it's important. It's hard to keep these kids around if they don't get to play, and coaches are doing a good job of letting them play. You know, we got a handful of guys that probably aren't playing much, but it's guys that hadn't played before and things of that nature. But
that's the hardest transition when you go from 9th grade to high school. I always call it my non-play years. You know, all of a sudden now I'm pretty much got to be a JV guy. And it's the same thing when these guys come into baseball and all of a sudden they played their whole life and now they're having to sit, you know, and kids they want instant gratification, and you know, it's the toughest time. If you can get them through the 10th grade year, remember Coach Tice used to always say, we just got to get them through 10th grade, you know, and that was, it was a collective effort to do that. And he's exactly right.
And unfortunately, historically at Mountain Home, the quickest thing to do on a Monday afternoon is cancel a JV game. You know, it's easy. Your coaches are tired, your players are tired. Cancel a JV game. But the trend of not doing that has helped the varsity program.
Absolutely. I just remember when I came in here and I saw the JV schedule, and I said, how are these guys going to be ready to play? How are you going to keep them in the program? And they weren't doing a very good job of that, I think. But I'm going to say hats off to Coach Husky for letting us play some football around here. And I know I'm a pain in the butt, and I don't know, the budget for football's gone way up, but our community's kind of helping us with that.
They're getting way behind you, too.
It's just, you spend more time on a bus, you spend more money on fuel, you spend more money on food, and it's a lot, but it's going to pay off.
It does, absolutely.
We spent $350 on gas last night to get the equipment to West Memphis for junior high football game. That's how much gas we put in that truck last night.
Dang.
You know, while we're talking about the JV team, Coach, we need to mention that the JV schedule for Monday has changed.
Yes.
They are not going to Batesville on Monday. Batesville is coming to Mountain Home Monday.
We are doing a little track renovation, so we're going to be kicked off of the turf for two weeks. 2 weeks.
Yep.
So we're just doing a little flip with Batesville on that game.
Yep.
And I think it's going to hit us on dead week. And anyway, we're going to be fine. It's just we're doing a little flipping in the schedule right now. So
that'll be
Monday night. It's home. It's not on the road.
And it'll be 7th grade and JV will be at Mountain Home Monday.
At Mountain Home on Monday, yes,
and
sir.
we are going to be broadcasting those games on XL7-TV on the Facebook and YouTube pages on both of those. Throughout the rest of the season, we're going to broadcast all the 7th, 8th, 9th, and JV teams. So that'll be good. Let's talk about tonight. It's going to be a long trip, but that's nothing new for your players or the coaches. They've kind of used to that.
I think so.
Will you stop off somewhere and do a walkthrough? You're going to do your walkthrough here before you go?
We're going to do our walkthrough here. I was telling Coach Crow a while ago, they tend to tick me off. They'll show up for walkthrough and don't have their cleats. They'll have their cleats in the trailer, and they want to walk through in sandals and walk through in Crocs and walk through in their socks or walk through in cowboy boots or walk through in Hey Dudes. And by the time I watch that, I got smoke coming out both ears.
Hey Dudes in football just
don't work.
Ain't no Hey Dudes in football.
Man, I can't get them right, and I'm going to quit trying to fight that fight, so we're going to get their cleats on them and do it at home.
There you go.
We outlawed them a couple years ago in junior high. We weren't allowed in the gym.
Golly.
Going down to Percy, Arkansas to take on the Lake Hamilton Wolves. Lake Hamilton played Little Rock Christian last week. Watched that game a couple of times. They don't look as sharp as they've had in the past.
You know, I think they're in a growing process in the sense that they replaced 10 guys on defense. And they replaced all 3 of their running backs, receivers, tight end, a couple, 2 or 3 guys on the line. I mean, it's a different team.
They still got a Crutchmeyer.
They're just young. I mean, they're just young. They're going to be better than probably next year.
They're still big.
They're still big.
But they are still big.
They're
Yeah.
still
They feed them
physical.
down there now.
They're still physical. They're going to be all right. I think they're going to get a little better every week, to be honest with you.
Sure. Let's talk about the Bombers. Are we healthy?
We are healthy. Yep. We're good.
Everything's looking good. Practice has been going well.
Could be better.
It's always could be better, but has it been going well?
No.
No.
No, it could be better.
It could really be better.
Yeah.
You weren't happy last night when I called you. I was like, oh.
There was no reason to be happy. Ack said that's the worst practice he'd had all year.
Is that right?
And I've had guys practice like that and play really well on Friday, so I'm hoping it's one of those deals.
One of those deals.
It's not like they don't know the offense and they don't know what's going on. It's just lack of focus, lack of effort.
How much time some of the guys we watch on the JV team, how much time can they play on a Friday night? Can they play at all? Can they play some? I know it's a AAA strange rule.
Some. They get 6 quarters a week, I think.
Okay.
So
they could still play a full game on JV and come in and help out on the varsity if needed.
Yeah, I'd have some guys I was thinking about starting tonight, so I didn't play them on Monday night, or playing a lot tonight, so I didn't play them on Monday night. And we'll see if they get on the field
But
or
you
not.
ran a bunch of those guys in against Harrison because you made some halftime adjustments. They got snaps in the second half. So.
Yeah, and we just, we kind of make them Fridays or Mondays is kind of what we do. But, yeah, they can get in a little PT if needed.
Let's talk about your kicker just a little bit. Kelso Hott, doing a great job this year.
He is. Kelso, he's doing a great job. I'm always, I don't know, you look at glass half full or look at glass half empty. You know me, I'm always looking at half empty. But, yeah, wish we'd get some more distance on that ball. But he's accurate on his PAT. I think he's a 42-yarder guy on a field goal.
That could come in handy.
I didn't know he was going to be that strong because I haven't seen him in the weight room. But watched him a little bit. We watched him in practice. I think he'll go 42.
That was my whole reason for that question was just that. How deep do you think we can get with him if we needed to? Because that might come into play tonight.
Oh, yeah. And he's getting a little more depth on his kickoffs, too. And that's my big thing is field position.
I made mention of that.
I hate playing games on kickoff team because you can't kick the ball past the 17.
I made mention of that at the Harrison game. I said, I'm not seeing Coach Airy in 3 years kick deep, and here he goes. He's kicking deep. What happened?
We finally got enough athletes that we can kind of cover a little bit, and we got some depth. We're just more athletic than we've been. We've got more depth than we've had.
Coach Crow, you got anything you want to say? We got about 15 more seconds.
Nothing. I'm good.
Ready for Thursday.
I am. It'll be a good game for us. I mean, anytime we can play at home, it's going to be good. I know the kids are excited to play at home. So,
gentlemen, I appreciate y'all joining us every Friday like you do. We'll see you down at Lake Hamilton tonight, Coach Harry. Coach Crow, enjoy your weekend if you get one.
Ready to go.
You've been watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll see you Monday.